Axel stalls and 50-50 grinds on coping are a staple to bull riding. And once you master it, you'll take your bull riding skills to the next level. Today's tutorial, we're gonna teach you how to Axel stall and 50-50 grind on the coping. What you're gonna wanna make sure you know how to do is drop in, kick turns, slash coping, and pump and carve around the bull. Just like a kick turn, we're gonna start wide. You wanna make sure that you go wide around the coping, get as parallel to it before getting on top of it. Another tip that you can do is get a piece of chalk or a piece of wood and mark out the carve that you're about to hit. If I wanna hit this part right here on the bull, I need to make a curved line so that I can get as parallel as possible with the bull. This helps so that you don't go over the deck, but actually stay inside the bowl. Some people think that you want to be on top of the deck, but really you want to be inside the bowl, leaning in just a little bit so that you're ready to go back in. To start, you're going to want to go at a moderate speed, not too fast so that you go over the coping, and not too slow where you just miss it entirely. You want to find that perfect speed, which is why it's important to know how to pump up the bowl and get onto the deck. Once you have enough speed, what you're gonna do is make sure you have your back foot on the tail of your board. This is what's gonna help you pivot, just like a kick turn. Then get up to the coping, pivot your back foot and move your shoulders so that you're facing the bowl in the direction that you wanna go. It's always important to make sure that you look at where you're gonna go before you get there. Now that we're on the coping, what we wanna do is called a cross lock. This is essential for other skateboarding tricks such as 50-50 on other rails and maybe even ledges. What a cross lock is when you have both trucks crossed opposite ways. Have your back truck on your heel and your front truck on your toes. This helps so that when you go back in to drop, your board's ready to go in. Now that you're in that cross lock and grinding on the coping, the next step is just to exit. Make sure that your heel or your back truck is as close to the coping as possible, and then pivot your back foot back into the bowl. Tip: if this is your first time doing it, it's helpful to try to carve around and get as close to the coping before actually hitting it, or even try a slash. This will give you the confidence you need to get on top of that coping and grind it out. So if you're just starting and a little nervous to get on the coping, that's totally fine. I was there when I first started too. What you can do to practice is rolling onto a bank. Here we have a banked area that has an exact line. And what we're gonna do is just practice pivoting and twisting our bodies so that we can get that perfect Axel stall. Remember to always wear safety protection and gear when you're first trying this trick. Practice makes perfect, so keep at it and eventually you'll get those tricks down. And always shred on.